time, fools.
Hey there, fools. T here, and I want to apologize for the lack of videos, but it has been hard. I mean, very, very hard pulling myself away from Zelda Breath of the Wild. Obviously, the game is amazing. I can't stop playing it. I haven't gotten a lot done around the house, or I'm neglecting the children's. It's crazy. I need to pull myself away from the game. I actually been wanting to make a video about this for a long time, and because of recent events, it actually fits pretty well. A lot of you guys know PS4, PlayStation Now is on the PC now. I haven't done a lot of research on it. I don't know to what capacity, but I saw some people that I'm subscribed to talking about it. So I don't know all the details on that. If you want details on that, go check it out. Like I said, I wanted to make a video about this for a while, and this is a good time because of that situation. The way Xbox has been going for the last year and a half or so with the Windows 10 stuff. Exclusively on Xbox One and Windows 10, which is kind of funny, kind of an oxymoron. But I wanted to talk about that stuff. So, there's a obvious dislike in the community. You see it more than anywhere else about console, extremists, console fanboys, or whatever you want to call them, and their dislike of the PC platform, their dislike of the PC master race and PC gamers and whatnot. A lot of that disdain comes from some of these PC guys themselves, because the whole master race thing, it warrants animosity, and they're kind of being dicks, a lot of those guys sometimes, with the whole peasants thing. I mean, it's all jokes to me. I don't take it personally, but a lot of people do take this stuff personally. So there's the whole console peasants versus PC elitist master race or whatever. So there's that. But I wanted to talk more about the fact that I think a lot of the disdain, if you will, a lot of the tension between console fanboys and PC is the fact that consoles have been, for the last 10 years especially, becoming more and more like PCs. But unfortunately, they've been adopting the things about PCs that most people don't like, which is, mandatory installs and some forms of DRM and, stuff like that. There's stuff that about PC gaming that nobody likes. And mainly, updating and, patches and all that stuff in consoles, that has become a big thing as well. And it's almost to the point where people are like, oh, something's not working. Well, we expect them to patch it, So it's almost the acceptance of broken stuff. And that's across the board. Nintendo is having these issues currently. Sony obviously has had them, and so has Microsoft. So there's the tension of that. It's like, well, my gaming console has become basically a watered down PC, and there's like almost an envy on the console gamer side, because obviously with Nintendo making their consoles focus more about efficiency and and art style and stuff like that. They don't focus on cutting edge graphics and things. So you have the Sony guys and the Xbox guys who always come out, Nintendo and Nintendo guys, about lacking graphics and all this stuff. At the same time, these guys claim to be like these big console or big graphics whores, but it's odd, because if they were so abhorrent to graphics and it was such a big important thing to them, they would be more on the PC side, because unlike back in the day where consoles were at sometimes on par and for a while more powerful than the PC platform, and especially more popular, that stuff was not a thing. But now that the PC platform has completely taken off, they have new hardware every 3 to 6 months to make your system better, faster, more graphically powerful. That is a looming thing over these so-called console graphics whores. It's just like if you really care so much about that, you'd be on the PC side. And there's things about PC that console guys don't like to deal with, myself included, which is having to deal with updates and installs and patches and just all the things that go along with PC, defragging your hard drive, all that kind of stuff that people find tedious and don't want to deal with. But the thing is, now it's just like the PC platform is a very popular thing. It's not like '96 when not that many people have a PC in their house. A lot of people have PCs now. It's a household thing, and that opens up people to PC gaming and wanting to get powerful rigs and stuff like that to also play their games on, because PC is the ultimate multimedia device. So with the way with the cost of being a hardware manufacturer these days, and having to go out, having your system be outdated within the time it's released, because of the PC platform, a lot of these guys have this kind of envy and almost hatred of PC and PC gamers, because their consoles can't do what the PC platform can do. You always hear about that. And not only that, it has all these benefits, like, the freeness of the PC platform. It's not locked to a console or an account even, to some degree. There's the whole mod community, which just completely opens games up to being completely new games, the free online, not having to pay a prescription service to play online. Steam is great with deals for games, so you have an incentive to actually buy games digitally at some point on the Steam marketplace, because they have really good deals there, and it's just a really good setup. Console guys, like I said, have to deal with all the BS that comes along with having a watered down PC that they call a console, but they don't get the benefits that the PC guys get, which is cheaper prices, free online, and the free open, platform that PC is. So that's what I think is the main reason. And now you have the situation with like Xbox having Windows 10 and losing exclusivity basically to the PC platform. And now you have Sony with the PS4, and that's only going to get, more. They're only going to do more. I mean, I had a theory. I don't know if I'm right, but I had a theory that this whole generation thing, and this whole console manufacturing thing is on the way out, at least for those two guys. I think. I don't know. I don't think they see the benefit anymore, or they're at least trying to pull away. They don't see the benefit anymore for manufacturing consoles, because it is an expensive venue, and not everybody can be lucrative in selling consoles. You may be the market leader, but if you spent like more, half the generation or so losing money per console, then that puts you in a deep billions-dollar hole. And that's not so much for Sony this generation. I think PS4 actually sold at a profit, or just right on the margin. So they were losing a lot less than they had with previous consoles. I mean, they were losing $300 per PS2, pretty much the same with PS3, if not more. So it has cost them a lot of money. So I understand PS Now, and I understand wanting to stream games and have those services, because it's a lot cheaper to do that. And I don't know if there'll be a PS5. I don't know if there'll be a next Xbox outside of the Scorpio. Obviously, Nintendo is gone in a completely different kind of way with the Switch, and consoles are becoming obsolete to me because they're starting to not offer much exclusive stuff, and that is outside of Nintendo, of course. Nintendo has a great library of first-party titles, of great IPs that continue to make me want to buy their consoles. I've pretty much fallen off Sony consoles as far as their exclusives go. They don't really have any legacy games. They don't really make they don't really make sequels or continue franchises from when, you know, the PS1 started, PS2. 95% of those games aren't being made anymore. And, you know, stuff that made me, you know, go out and buy PlayStation consoles. And now with PS Now being on PC, it's just going to get more and more to where you can get all that stuff, you know, at some point. Not right away. It's probably going to take a few years. But you'll get all that content just having a PlayStation Now service. And I mean, Xbox, they didn't really have a lot of IPs to begin with for me to care about them, but they did have one big company in their pocket, which is Rare. And that's the problem. Rare is in their pocket. They're doing nothing with Rare. They haven't done anything with the IPs. They got great IPs. They just sit on. And I was hoping by the time we got to Xbox One that they would let Rare, you know, at least, I mean, obviously Rare, the company, is no longer, you know, what it was. But they have those IPs that they can hand off to more, you know, they can hand off to competent studios and continue. I mean, Xbox is known for first-person shooters, and you would think they would have not much trouble developing a new Perfect Dark game. What about the team who made Recore? Instead of making Recore, why didn't they make Jet Force Gemini? I mean, a lot of elements in Recore are stuff that would have made sense in a new Jet Force Gemini game, and they could at least had that franchise and could still had the same gameplay, and we, you know, us fans from the N64 days would have went bananas had that been Jet Force Gemini, not Recore. So they're just squandering those, you know, squandering all that gold, and they're not delivering anything on that front. So I'm just gonna say, you know, PS4, Xbox One are likely my last consoles from those guys, because I'm just gonna go PC, Nintendo going forward, because it doesn't make sense. There's not enough stuff with those companies to make me continue buying their hardware. Nintendo obviously drops great games, legacy games that are still amazing. Obviously, Breath of the Wild is getting many accolades, and we got Mario Odyssey coming, and Splatoon 2, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, there's a reason for me, as far as me and my taste, for me to buy and continue buying Nintendo hardware and not the other consoles, because their games no longer appeal to me, and, you know, I can get those quality games basically on third-party games if I want them. So it just doesn't make any sense for me. So that's my little mini rant within this video. But yeah, what do you guys think? Think I have something here with the console fanboys and why they hate PC and the PC platform and PC gamers? Like I said, there's that animosity because some PC gamers are kind of dicks, and you know, they're dickish with being a PC gamer. So there's that animosity from that, and, you know, like I said, that's all fun and games. Most of those guys are just not. They're not. You know, they're just messing around and just trolling a bit and having fun. But I think mostly today that is the difference is the PC platform is making the powerful console market thing obsolete. There's that big home device you have there that you can upgrade for pretty cheap, and it puts out cutting edge graphics, and you can get your 4K resolution at 60 frames if you really care about that stuff, or you can go a little lesser for cheaper. And more people are opening up to PC gaming and stuff, and or having it be so confusing to them. So a lot more people are getting on it because they've grown up with this stuff, so it's different, and it's not so foreign to a lot of people, PCs and, you know, electronics and stuff like that in their house. So times is changing, and I think that these companies know it, and they realize it, and they're making moves, and they'll never tell you what their ultimate plans are. But don't be surprised if you don't see new hardware from these guys ever again. It might be, people have speculated that it might just, these companies may end up being streaming services for your other devices. And that's not too crazy. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's it for this one. Going back to play some Zelda. And I'll see you folks next time. Peace out. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, fools.
Do 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 do